Can't you see what's happening? He's not protecting us. Magni, Modi, our boys. We used to tell them stories by the fire. Do you remember? We would carve those wooden horses. We would play and laugh until the sun sank and they fell asleep in our laps. They were thrown at the Allfather's problems like brittle knives to a mountain face. And for what? What if Thrud's next?
You kill my sons. Sleep in their beds. Turn my father against me. My daughter.
I have no idea what's happening.
You know, I finally thought of something I can teach you.
Hey!
Huginn.
Stand down! Sentry better be right. Where'd you... Sentry! Ugh. You sure know how to plan an exit.
Atreus.
Glad you're safe, lad.
Got out just in time. Pretty sure I burned my bridges in Asgard, though. Wait, why were you out here?
Sindri told us where you would arrive should you find trouble.
Oh, I thought you might have been exploring without me.
No, lad. Your dad was just concerned. Though, now that you mention it...
Mimir,
Brother, please. It's all so crowded and tense back home. Don't you miss the three of us out finding our own adventures?
putting off the inevitable.
Exactly.
It's not the worst idea. I do want to show everyone the mask, but it'll keep.
Come. The rest can wait.
Thank you, brother.
Back to Midgard?
There's still a few loose ends to tie up. Atreus, we uncovered a hidden outpost in Midgard, built by my beloved Seagram's people. I thought we might explore it.
Sounds good.
Lad, am I right in getting the sense you've actually gotten to know Thor's daughter somewhat?
Yeah, Thrud's great. Wants to be a Valkyrie one day. And she deserves to be. Of course, I told her all about the Valkyries we faced, but I'm not sure how much she believes me. It didn't go great when I tried to tell her stories about her grandfather, though.
Anyone can have a blind spot when it comes to family. Some only learn the truth in the hardest way.
Elka! father. Is it always moral to kill something that's trying to kill you?
Yes.
Well, there you have it, lad. Brother, about the oracles of your land, would you say they manipulated events? Did they have an agenda?
I do not doubt they held their own interests first. But in my experience, they could be easily fooled by their own prophecies.
Would that be a specific experience, brother?
Once, I sought the Oracle for a means to break my bondage to Ares. One priestess had visions that showed her Olympus would be brought to ruin by the god of war. Therefore, she helped me, intending to undermine Ares and protect her realm. She did not foresee that I would kill him and take his office. But we will continue another time. Atreus, you are getting better. Faster.
I'd even be better than you one day, huh?
If you are not, I have failed.
Brother, can you finish what you were saying about the Oracle of your homeland? She helped you against the god of war because she had visions that the god of war would bring down Olympus.
Yes, and in defeating Ares, I became the god of war. In the end, I proved her vision of doom. Correct.
The Oracle herself brought about the very future she hoped to avoid. I suppose we're in fine company at that.
There's something I'm not sure I quite understand. In the Ragnarok prophecy Odin knows, all the realms get destroyed, including Asgard. In the version Groa kept secret, Asgard still falls. Wouldn't Wouldn't have tried to prevent it either way. What difference did her lie really make?
I think of it this way. When it comes to subverting profit, knowledge is power. Without the full picture and context, the finer details can lead you to tragically incorrect interpretation. Back in my homeland, I was privy to the operations of a certain... coven of heath witches who were keen on destabilizing the government. They picked an influential Thane, an otherwise loyal man, and fed him a story of his own ascension to king. They dressed it up in enough details they knew would come to pass, so when they did, the Thane took it as confirmation. Next thing you know, he's helping matters along. He murders his king, sleeping under his own roof. Murders many he once called friends, too, thinking them fated to oppose him. Then, for a finishing touch, the witches revisit this usurper.
Enough. We will continue later. Mimir, what else do you know of the mask?
Only that it was the great passion of Odin's life. He journeyed across Aegir's burning ocean into the heart of the silent matron herself to find it. Lost every man in his crew, but to hear him tell it, it was worth all that blood and more. If I may resume my tale, the Heath Witches were looking to tie up loose ends, and so revisited the Thane they'd manipulated into assassinating his king.
Hold. What is that?
So, brothers, how did you manage to kill Garm anyway?
We killed him a few times, actually, but it didn't take. And I figured maybe the way to stop a soulless beast was to give it a soul. So I gave it the one I had on me.
I beg your pardon?
Fenrir, remember the light Father saw? The accidental magic I did when Fenrir died, that was part of Fenrir's soul going into my knife. Once I figured that out, I just put Fenrir into Gorm.
Clever one, lad! A gigantic hell beast with the soul of a loyal pup. Bloody brilliant!
Mimir, did you know Gorm? Why was he locked up to begin with?
Ah, Hell's feral sentinel. Believe it or not, Midgard was once bigger. Until Gar, then just a wee pup, got peckish.
He ate Midgard?
Only a few mountain ranges. And the 5th season that comes after winter but before spring. And the word for the feeling when you get so hungry, you stop being hungry.
You're messing with me.
I would never. If I may resume my tale, the Heath Witches were looking to tie up loose ends, and so revisited the Thane they'd manipulated into assassinating his king. With just a few details structured ever so misleadingly, they convinced the fool he was invulnerable to all threats.
Physical or magical?
Aye, but 'twas not so for him.
Hold. We will finish later.
Mimir, if I met someone I like, how would I know if they liked me too?
Is there someone?
No. I was just curious. Actually, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
To wrap up that story I was telling, the usurping Thane was convinced by the Heath Witches of his own invulnerability. Falsely, as he would learn too late.
Let this wait. Stay alert.
Never seen craftsmanship like this before. Can't imagine how old it is. Now, where have we seen an artifact like that before?
Tyr's vault.
lad. Is Trude who you meant when you asked about Viking?
Groot? No. I mean, I wasn't asking about anyone specific. And, well, Skilder likes Trude. But she's only interested in becoming a Valkyrie. She's focused, you know?
Oh, very well, lad. Very well. Just hope you know if you ever need to review anything we discussed.
I know. It's good. I'm fine.
Just to wrap up that story I was telling. The usurping Thane was convinced by the Heath Witches of his own invulnerability. Falsely, as he would learn. All turned into a rather magnificent bloodbath as they go. The Thane ends up without his head and a name so cursed none dare speak it. All thanks to a subtly deceptive prophecy.
You really gotta write these stories down one day, Mimir.
Well, I try. Jaw tends to get sore, but thank you, lad.
Is that the helmet from Tyr's statue over there? Hey, Mimir. Between me and Tyr, who'd ever guess I was the giant? Huh.
Indeed, lad.
So I got the sense Vanaheim wasn't supposed to be so humid. Was that the effect of Fimbulwinter there?
To a great extent, it seems.
So Midgard had endless night and cold. Svartalfheim had earthquakes. Alfheim had the light randomly pulsing. But Asgard didn't seem to be having any effects at all.
Odin had a long time to prepare.
No change I noticed in Helheim or Muspelheim either, now that I think of it. The more primordial realms might be less susceptible.
How do you suppose Jotunheim is faring?
How would I know?
Just training your powers of speculation.
I don't know. If nobody's there to see, does it even matter? Returning to Midgard already?
There's work to be done. We could always explore Fjotilund's outpost and cover more about my beloved secret.
You softy. Yeah, let's go. So, Mimir, how did they capture Garm in the first place?
That was Tyr's doing. He lured the beast somewhere safe and kept it distracted by lending his own arm to be gently chewed. Once the chains were on and the gate to Helheim was opened, Garm bit Tyr's arm clean off in retribution.
But Tyr's not missing an arm.
Well, it grew back, eventually. He is a very resourceful god, after all. Ah, yes. The warriors who sailed their langskips across the realm in search of new lands to conquer.